Hey everyone, this is today's quick and dirty astro report. Today what we're looking at is basically we're looking at the moon in Taurus. The moon is in Taurus over here, talking about getting comfortable, getting really comfortable and grounded today. With that, we look forward towards. Actually, let's look at over here. So in Aries, we have a bunch of planets, and Aries is a the way that Aries is set up today. We're looking at like I am this. This is who I am. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to go. So in Aries, we have Mars and is that Neptune? No, it's not Neptune. Uranus. There we go. Yep, we have Mars and Uranus, and we have Ceres as well. So Ceres is somewhere down here, I think. Oh, she's over there. But basically they have it set up like that. Sorry. Okay. She's not really easy to track because she is still kind of like I think they're calling her a planetoid. She's not yet a fully formed planet. She's mostly like an asteroid, and she kind of has her own way of doing things. So, also I think I'm tracking Eris, her instead, because there isn't an Eris on here. So basically what's happening here with Uranus and Mars, your basically like your leadership. There's a sense of masculine leadership, but it also has to do with like your dreams and your like your underlying ways of wanting or understanding the world. So there's a huge like generational component to Uranus because it travels so slowly. So because it travels so slowly, it generally dictates the way that leadership is for an entire generation. So because of that, we need to now take charge because we have this connection between Aries and Mars. So this is a great time for us to be like keeping a close eye on our like I want to say our dream states, but it's really like the dreams that you have for your life. Oh, pardon me. So then we're actually going to look forward. We're going to look forward over here. So we have Venus in Sagittarius, which connects a lot with this moon state with Taurus. So although it has a lot of like vision of the future and like your direction where you're going, um, Venus being in the 10th house has to do with your career and aspirations, but it also has to do with like the feminine also being part of that leadership cycle, or leadership stance, I should say. So right next to that, in Capricorn, we have all of these planets beautifully laid out. Oh, okay. So we also have Pluto here. Pluto is, I want to say that it's in Sagittarius, mostly because it's still in this like in this 10th house kind of energy. Um, and the 10th house has to do with your career, mind you, and your achievements and such. And Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. So every time it just like makes its way all around everything. Um, so this is about a time of like being reborn into your leadership or like sense of leadership. So if we look forward over here, we have the Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter all in Capricorn. And we have, okay, I'll talk about that next. So these guys over here, what they mean in the 11th house is that you want to like go out. You want to go out and like be this person. Like the Sun and Jupiter like quite close to each other, or at least like in line with one another. Basically, what that means is that like, yeah, I want to say the term gregarious. You want to be social, you want to go out there, but you're also like kind of held back by thoughts of like your karma and like thoughts of your past and how they're actually like together, um sorting each other out. so that you can move forward. So you have to keep an eye on your past and you have to keep an eye on your future today. Today especially. So here we are actually going to be making a bunch of connections because we also have Mercury in the 11th house. So because of this, we're entering this like dreamy place. Sorry, hold on. We're actually going to, do I want to say that now? Okay, I'll actually talk about Uranus now. I mean, yes, Uranus. Oh, pardon me. I'm actually going to talk about Neptune now. So Neptune is in this dreamy place with Aquarius and in the 12th house. So that being said, basically we need to make sure that we are paying attention to like what we're dreaming about, what we think about, like make sure that you write down certain things that you see and you notice when you dream because your sleep state is going to be actually very important. So we'll go back to Mercury right now. So Mercury is the sign of like fast moving, fast talking, like very quick. And also, I believe that Mercury is entering a shadow period right now. We're about to go into a Mercury retrograde. If we haven't already, I think we're about to enter Mercury retrograde. So, um, yes, that makes sense. Okay, good. So, yeah. Okay, so you're in a shadow period over here, and then you're going to be entering. Let's play that. So I'm actually going to speed it up a little bit so you can see what's happening. So this should take some time. Okay. So this should take some time. And it's actually like, but what we're going to be seeing is that Mercury is moving closer to Earth, and this will actually send some stuff into like there'll be a few issues. I'll be talking about that in the next few days, definitely. But it's not actually that necessary yet. We're actually going to be talking about the shadow period right now. So what we need to make sure that we understand is that we need to okay. So Aquarius is an air sign, but it's also kind of a watery air sign. So we have a lot of emotions in play, but it's also known as a sign of like social lubrication. So we have to think about how we are in society, and we have to think about how we are like our dream state matters a lot more because this is a time of introversion. So because this is a time of introversion, we need to make sure that how we're dealing with people is not that brash. We have to make sure that we are conscious and considerate in the way that we are talking about things. So, and talking about things to people especially. So make sure that you pay attention to how you're talking to people and how people are talking to you, and just keep in mind that Mercury retrograde is about to happen. So, because of the shadow period, now is a great time for you to go inwards and understand your feelings and understand that like you need to have like a yin period, a period of like being considerate to yourself and being considerate of how others are in your life and how you're in other people's lives as well. But like mostly like it's a great time to withdraw a little bit and then think about where you want to go in the future. Okay. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I do want to talk about this Chiron Pisces placement. Chiron is a comet. It's a comet. It's not really a planet. It's like kind of an asteroid. Is it a comet or it's an asteroid? Okay. So it's an asteroid. And then basically what we have to think about here is that like since it's in this Pisces placement, it's really necessary for us to understand. Okay, so it's like in this in between place of our dreams and ourselves. So we really have to go inwards and make sure that we are understanding ourselves from a very cyclical perspective, a very cyclical and emotional perspective. So when you go ahead and do that, this area will be unlocked for you very, very well, like very, very easily. You have to understand your emotions better before you can go into this leadership aspect. So, is there anything else I want to discuss? Let's see. I think that's kind of it for right now. Okay, so this has to do with your leadership and emotions, and we are entering yeah, we're entering a Mercury retrograde, and everyone needs to be aware of that. And yep, okay, great. Great, thank you. I do want to say something about Aquarius, but I don't want to say it because it's just attached to the Gregorian calendar, which doesn't make that much sense to me. Um, I say that because there are 13 signs and not just 12, so it doesn't really make that much sense. Okay. Anyway, I love you. It was so nice to have you with me today. I try to keep these under 10 minutes, but there is a lot to discuss. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Oh, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm not very good at that part, but you know, much love.